What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be taking down the new Ultimate Clash that's just dropped here. So yeah, I absolutely hate this game mode, but we're going to go ahead and jump in. We've got our same typical rewards as usual. It looks like we're back to a standard setup for this Ultimate Clash here. We are not doing like the little anniversary funkiness how they did before. And we take a look at the stage info, we are back to our typical 10 fights with the 2 on phase 1 and then onto phase 2 and 3 and so on, right? We'll go ahead and jump in here. Now, I did spend a lot of time, during the anniversary setting up my team builds. I did something a little bit different. So instead of using the monotyping teams, because I feel like that's really not the meta for this game mode at this point, it's easier to keep track of your team builds that way just because of the way that they have the box set up. But it really makes more sense to build category teams at this point. So because there's no way to keep track of which category teams you've built and remember like which units are on what thing, because like let's say we remember that we had like, okay, a transformation boost category, sure. Okay, so then we go to the transformation boost tag, boom. But then there's still so many characters in here that are on transformation boost. I can't remember which 7 were supposed to be there and which ones were my leaders and stuff, right? So what I did was I pre-built all of my teams, keeping track as I went while I was building them, and then I took screenshots of all of the team builds that I made, and I just have them all here. So I have a friend that doesn't really use Discord, and I've just been messaging them with all of these screenshots so I can just view them in Discord and like see which team builds I have ready to go. So basically this is what I'm going to be doing on the side. I probably won't keep skipping back over to this, but this is where I'm going to be selecting my team builds out of, and then we'll just build them as we go. So I have a full 16 teams put together here, and then in fact I think this is the first team that we'll go ahead and start with because we have the new LR Bardock. Oh, in fact, no, I didn't farm him up yet. Like get him, awakened and up to like level 150 and stuff. So we probably won't bother, with that. Actually, we'll see what ends up happening here. But yeah, so this is how I'm going to be selecting my teams throughout the entirety of the event. In case you're confused how I'm like putting all these together. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and jump in here. So for stage 1, I guess we can go ahead and use that Team Bardock team. Now, the reason why I said let's see about it, is because I did awaken him to LR, and he is one of the units that I want to use on there, but you can see he's only level 1. And only SA 10. So, I mean, it's the very first stage of it, so it's not going to be difficult by any means. So I can't imagine that he's going to get us KO'd or anything, but he's just probably not going to be providing much, like, damage support or anything like that, right? Okay, and then while we are battling through here, I guess I will I'll select my orbs, and then I'm just going to start hunting for the next team that we're going to use. I think we'll go for a heroes team. We don't really do that much. Oh, actually, no, I probably should do the Ginyu Force team next, right? Yeah, I'll go ahead and do the Ginyu Force build on the next setup here, and then maybe we can go for like a heroes build after that. We'll see, we'll see. That is the one nice part about this. I've effectively created a system for myself where, I wish this was an in-game feature, but just having the ability to have all your teams pre-built, so you can just scroll through a list of teams and then click the one that you want, rather than just having a big giant list of units, right? Definitely works out a little bit better. So I'm kind of pseudo giving myself that capability here. Okay, wow, we didn't even take down 50% of his HP. Oh my goodness. Alright, I guess we'll leave Tora in slot 1 there. Probably isn't going to make too much of a difference. And then, yeah, Bardock is definitely not going to be doing any damage at the tail end if the fight ends up lasting that long to get there, right? Probably not. But yeah, the thing that sucks about it is that it would be a lot easier with in-game teams to edit them. Because you could just pull a unit off of a team, put a new unit on the team. It'd be much easier to filter by leader skills and things like that. Whereas with these extra, external screenshots, if I want, let's say if I want to, you know, build a new team and destroy one team, and then I need one unit off of a different team. Now I have to go and like delete the screenshot, take a new screenshot with the old team with the new unit updated, add it to this list over here that I've got, and then build the new team. Like, it's so much extra work to have to do every time that I'm probably not going to be changing my teams much until I get to the point where like Ultimate Clash is like threatening, and you know, too many new units have come out that I want to add to my rosters. Then I would go and change it all. But yeah, just updating the teams is such a pain in the ass because of all of this, so unfortunate as it is, that's the way it's going to go. Alright, so let's go ahead and filter by heroes. Obviously, you know, pretty easy with the team builds that we've got so far. We don't have any really good counter examples of like what I've been talking about, because obviously for Team Bardock, Ginyu Force, and this team specifically... oh wait, what? I'm silly. We didn't even do the Ginyu Force one yet. I'm glad I said something. Okay, Ginyu Force here. Yeah, so for these 3 team builds, we only have 7 units of each of the categories, but I already did show, like, with the transformation boost thing, what I was talking about, right? That, like, there are a lot of categories that we could build. I mean, I suppose we do have that option, too, right? To potentially try to build 16 teams, or at least 10 teams, because that's all you really need to beat these events nowadays. And if you have 10, like, 200% category teams, you're probably not going to need any extra builds to come in here. So 10 teams that have 0 overlap on categories at all, you know, to where we would just be able to filter by the category, and then we would only see 7 units in front of us. That would effectively give us that same thing. And then we could just have a little tiny notepad reminding us what the 10 categories are. And then we would be fine, and we would be able to take this down easily. So maybe that's something I'll look toward doing in the future. We'll see. But honestly, I really just hope that they update it so that eventually we can just have the team builds in-game, and I won't have to go through all this extra effort, right? Okay, so now we'll go ahead and use the heroes team. It selected Namekians. Oh my goodness, game is spazzing out. There we go. Okay. This should be a pretty easy clap here too. And then I'll start hunting for my next team that I want to use here. I guess we'll use that one next, okay. I've got like a superheroes build, I guess, is what it is. Okay, that works out pretty perfect. Get the free, active skill damage. That helps us, just fly through this. In fact, yeah, maybe that's something I should be focusing on, is, like, speed. Making teams that can, like, clear a little bit quicker. I actually had a video idea, a really cool video idea I'm probably gonna make. Maybe I'll do it, like, right after I'm finished with this. But yeah, I wanted to show off. I've come up with some really cool team builds for clearing Dokkan events very quickly, based on units that can do counterattacks to normals, based on units that do active skills very early in the stages, just to allow you to clear through them as quickly as possible, right? So I think I'm gonna make a video around all of those teams that I've created, because I know that that's like a common thing that people complain about within the community, is like being able to clear through Dokkan events very quickly. So yeah, I think I probably will make that video. Okay, so yeah, this is an example of it here, right? We have a superheroes build, but which of these units were actually on that team? Okay, so it looks like I have Beast Gohan and the Gammas as the leads, and then we have them, him, Orange Piccolo, and the Super Saiyan Blues. Okay, there we go. Okay, let me go hunt for the next team. Yeah, sure, we'll use that one next. We'll do a Worldwide Chaos build next up here. I'm not really too concerned about which teams we're picking for, like, the earlier part of this. Honestly, I'm not really concerned about the teams we're picking throughout the entire thing, because, you know, like I said, with using all these 200% teams, these category builds, these are way stronger teams than you would be typically seeing in here with, like, the monotype teams, where you have to use much more subpar characters that don't really work well together. So we're probably just going to be absolutely squashing through, like, the entire thing all the way through the end. I feel like maybe the only fight that we're going to have to stop and pause and consider is, like, the very last fight, right? Which there are some of my stronger team builds that I have already opted to, like, skip out on and not, you know, not use. Just because I know that those are ones we're probably going to want to save for later on. But at least for this first half, for the first 2 levels, all these fights go down so easily that it doesn't really make a difference. Okay, next one we've got is a Worldwide Chaos team. So we got this, him, you, him, and him. Okay, perfect. Okay, now let's start hunting for the next. Oh, we have a GT bosses build. Ugh, I think I'm gonna skip that one. That's probably not a great idea for like stage 3, like one of the later fights, right? Let's see here. Okay, let me select my orbs real quick and we'll keep hunting. Oh, this is perfect. Type advantage, and we get 10 orbs selected with Goku Black. He's also taking a couple hits up front to stack. Yeah, this is going to be a real good turn for him. And then, how do we optimize orbs for Cell? Probably like this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's see. Who do I want to use next? Ooh, that's a fun team build. Maybe I'll go for Peppy Gals next. Ooh, no, let's do this one. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna do a Universe Survival Saga build next. I guess that's like the advantage of having these screenshots up on the side, is that I can start doing my team building, like, well, not doing the team building is done, but like selecting the team before even having to move on to the extra fight, right? Which, if once it becomes an in-game feature, which hopefully it does eventually at some point, but if it does become an in-game feature, then it would be a matter of like you have to actually get to the fight first, and then once you select the fight, you'd be able to choose that kind of thing, right? Okay, so can we see the boss abilities here? We can. Okay, so let's first pause and consider all the boss abilities, because we've got some different-ish kind of team builds going on, and then we'll see what maybe would be the best things to apply. Okay, so this guy just has the possibility to evade your super attacks. He is going to be sealing us. Okay, so for this fight, you're not going to want to use a full team of units that depend on their super attack effects in order to be defensive, right? You're going to want to depend on damage reduction or dodging for this fight. This one may evade. He also recovers HP, so you're going to want really heavy attackers, not like ones that do a lot of additional attacks over the course of multiple turns. You want like really big damaging attacks because of that HP recovery. And then same thing with him. Okay, so then I guess we'll just take on this one with this next team that we've got. No big deal. Oh, that's really funny. So the Worldwide Chaos build leaves us with 7 units, and it's the Boo build. We're not going to use that one yet, though. We'll go ahead and do our Universe Survival Saga builds. So let's see. It looks like it's these two as lead, these two, them, and him. Okay, perfect. Okay, I actually wonder, are all these characters on Battle of Fate? I know he is. Yeah, he's on Battle of Fate. That means he should be as well. Yeah, he's on Battle of Fate. Also should mean him, because they're all from like the same fight. Oh, he's not on Battle of Fate. Okay. Makes sense, because he wasn't fighting Jiren. Okay, yeah, because I was going to say, if it was possible for us to... We included this Frieza on the team, but I was curious if maybe he could have been one of our leaders, just because Battle of Fate, you know, if everyone covered that. But unfortunately not. No big deal, though. Okay, so we'll keep UI Goku slot 1 here. Grab these for him, get a 24 key there. Alright, sweet. Okay, so who do we want to bring next? We'll deal with that sealing, that super attack sealing one. So we're going to want to bring a team that's got a lot of damage reduction, or that has a lot of dodging capabilities. That's what we're going to try and hunt for the next build here. Let's see. Damage reduction and dodge. Reduction, dodge. Ooh, maybe that build? That could be a good team. I'm looking at an uncontrollable power build with a bunch of Brolys and Janembas. That could be a good one. Potentially. We do have like the really strong builds too, right? With like the 10th anniversary LRs. Maybe I'll use that. Let's use the Broly team against him, see how that goes. Yeah. We will try that one out. Where did it go? Where did it go? There it is. Okay. Okay, obviously the fights are taking just a little bit longer for us to get through at this point. Not a huge deal, though. Not out here one-turning them anymore. Okay, STRUI first slot for sure. And then that pretty much should seal the deal for this fight, right? Oh yeah, I wasn't even looking at the screen the entire time, but he does have the possibility to evade our attacks, right? So maybe that was something that affected us here. I don't even know if he ended up evading our attacks, and that's why he didn't, or he was able to survive through that first turn. Okay, perfect. There we go. All right, so now we're gonna build our Broly team. We're gonna take this one against Garlic Jr. See how we do here. This is the first iteration where like we might actually have a little bit of trouble here, right? Uncontrollable power, just because of his effects might be a kind of hefty thing for us to worry about. Oh, I guess it technically isn't an uncontrollable power build. It's actually a movie boss build, right? But either way, all the characters are on both categories, so it doesn't really make a difference. Like that. Yeah, that's the build. Okay. Okay, and he sealed the worst possible unit to seal. Oh no. Alright. Yeah, I guess we'll just put physical Janemba up front. Hopefully there's no super attack right there. That could be bad for Broly, if there was. And then I guess we don't really need to worry about getting orbs for him because he isn't going to super anyway. So we can just set up the board for next turn. I guess we'll just do that. So we can save the rainbows and then all that blue on the right side. There we go. That's what we wanted to see. The super happened early, and we even dodged it. Wonderful. But yeah, unfortunately, he dodged, or he sealed our strongest attacker on the team that also happens to have type advantage. That was like the biggest thing that we didn't want to see happen, right? The second worst unit to get sealed would be the STR Broly, just because he's gonna actually, with type disadvantage, he's actually gonna need to be able to super attack in order to have enough defensive power to tank against this guy. So hopefully the STR Broly is not the one that gets sealed on the next turn. But again, the trade-off would be he'd be like the weakest attacker. Oh, no, though the Tech Broly, if we leave him untransformed, he isn't even doing an attack. So if he seals Tech Broly, then we just know we don't transform him next turn. And that would be the answer, I guess, right? I guess I'm hoping that's what happens, is that he seals Tech Broly. We'll see. But if he doesn't, I think it would probably be wise to just transform a Tech Broly right away. Okay, let's see. Who is it? Yeah, he did seal Tech Broly. Okay, perfect, perfect. So I guess we'll put, I mean, we're still going to put Janemba slot 1. This is how we'll maximize our damage and stuff for the turn. Because obviously he's going to build up a little bit of attack power with each of those dodges he gets in slot 1. And then, yeah, with the Tech Broly, because he's sealed, again, we'll just leave him how he is. And then, nice, 4 Rainbow Orbs there. That's massive support from the STR Broly there. So we're going to get quite a big attack stat coming from Janemba this turn. Yeah, 14 million. Not bad, not bad. Okay, depending on our luck with additionals and crits here, we might just finish this off right now. Okay, who do we want to use next? Which team? Which team? Maybe we should try this one. I mean, we have 16 teams to go through, and there's only 10 fights, right? So it's okay if we lose. I think we're going to try a Peppy Gals build next. I'm just a little bit worried about the attack power, because if we go against one of these boos that has all the healing, if the Peppy Gals team isn't able to keep up damage-wise, that's going to really hurt us. Oh, you know what we'll do? We'll use the new team that I built. I did build one new team for this Ultimate Clash. We'll go ahead and build that and use that one now, because there is going to be a little bit more attack power on this one, right? Let's see. These are basically going to be like the same type of fight, so I'm just trying to consider based on the units I've got here, which typing would be better. Okay, we've got physical, and we have AGL on that team. We have some int for... Okay, there's no tech units, so we'll do this one, because there is a couple Or there is an AGL unit, I guess. Okay, sure. We'll do this. Okay, so the team that we have put together is actually an Earthbred Fighters build. And obviously there's a million characters on this category, but the specific team that we have targeted is this. So it's, yeah, kind of like a pseudo Earthbred Fighters, Turtle School. Kind of, it's kind of Turtle School. It's kind of, you'll see when I finish selecting all the characters here. Yeah, that's the build. So all of these units are on both units' leader skills, right? Obviously, they're all Earthbred Fighters, so they all fit on the AGL Goku, and then for Master Roshi, they are all on either DB Saga or Turtle School. So, yeah, so we're good to go there. This is the new build. We have the new Dokkan Fests on here, and then, you know, the new Easy Aid Path to Power Kid Goku and Master Roshi, who is brand new to me, right? Okay, who do we want to put up front? Probably Krillin, right? He's got, like, a bunch of damage reduction. I haven't actually used this unit a ton. Yeah, he has the extra 20% damage reduction in slot 1, and then the 20% when facing one enemy. Yeah, he's at 60% damage reduction. Okay, definitely want him up front, then. So we'll grab these orbs, and I think, just to out-damage him, I'm going to keep Goku on rotation. Because I want to out-damage this guy, and in case that his healing is, like, massive. Yeah, that's probably going to be the best strat. Let's do that. Because obviously the LR Goku is going to be doing much more damage than Master Roshi. So in case he's got, like, massive healing that we're unable to keep up with, we'll have it set that way. Alright, well, it's a good thing we put Krillin there, because I feel like any of these other units probably just would have gotten KO'd. Man, not a good start. Getting mollywopped by the super attack. And the thing is, Krillin would... Oh. No, dude. No. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, he is destroying us right now. So Krillin would have had a much higher defense against that super had he taken a normal first, because he gets the extra defensive buff and stuff after taking that first hit. So that hurt that the super attack was the first thing. And then he dodged our first 2 attacks, and including the Ultra Super with the Kaioken Goku. And he healed almost back to full because of that. Wow, okay. So, yeah, it's looking like this might end up being a little bit difficult here. Luckily for us, we do have Path to Power Kid Goku on the team. This was the main reason why I opted to go for the int fight instead of the STR one, right? Because we had the physical unit here. It's going to be one of our strongest attackers, and then that active skill provides some damage, and this attack is going to provide probably quite a bit of damage as well. Let's see. I want to try and focus on healing here. Obviously, we're not in danger of, like, being KO'd or anything at the moment, but I just want to make sure for, like, future turns. Let's go ahead and grab all these with Chi-Chi. We're going to keep her on rotation with the Path to Power Kid Goku. They do work pretty well together. And then we'll do this for Namek Goku to get some healing in. Okay, another slot 1 super. We should be safe here. We had his full passive active, so we've got a bit of damage reduction. He's got type advantage. Yeah, there we go. That makes sense. And then, oh, he's also not healing this turn. Yeah, so we're probably going to be perfectly fine. Oh, and our attack stat might be high enough. If we get enough additionals here, we might just finish him off, no? Yeah, we're probably just going to KO him here. All right, this was definitely the right choice with this team build. Okay, so let's see. What should we do next? Let's go for Boo against Boo. Why not? Yeah, on the next on this next team build here, we'll do that other, you know, all those Boo cards you saw left over when we did the Worldwide Chaos build. We'll go ahead and select all of those units on this next one here. Okay. Is Namek Goku going to finish things out for us? Probably not. His attack stat is a lot lower. Being a stacking unit, he starts out at much lower capabilities, right? Okay, so just 1 turn left. Hopefully the healing is late in the turn. Oh, no, perfect. We've got a couple of active skills to launch here. Let's just go ahead and do the AGL Kid Goku active. Oh, wait, that doesn't even give him an attack. That just boosts up our stats for the turn, right? Okay, well, that's fine. Oh, actually, oh no, that's dumb. Okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We're still gonna win either way, so it's no big deal. But we actually did blunder there because it healed us up enough that we couldn't use the STR Kaioken active skill, right? So that was a bit of a whoopsie, but no big deal, no big deal. We're just gonna go ahead and finish him off with these couple of attacks right here, I imagine, right? So that is a pretty low attack stat from him. We did get the crit, which helped. But yeah, him being an infinite stacking unit, he does start at a pretty low number too. Okay, well, there we go. We took that one down. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that Worldwide Chaos build again. It's actually like a Majin Power build, but Worldwide Chaos is going to get all the units on here and keep other units away that might be on Majin Power, like the Android 21, because she is in my selected units for Peppy Gals, not for anything else. Okay, there we go. So we got the leaders. Those are the correct leaders. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is pretty lore accurate. We're doing Fat Boo versus Evil Boo. That's kind of funny. Alright, so we'll have the STR Kid Boo active, giving him a bit of a bonus there. We do want to select a lot of orbs with the Tech Buuhan. He is giving himself like some build up in his passive based on the number of orbs selected. Shoot. And then ideally we would have gotten 3 rainbow orbs with him. Unfortunately, we can only get 2 though. Not a huge deal. I probably should have put him in slot 1, honestly. So, not regretting that choice right now. We seem to handle that perfectly fine. But yeah, obviously the Int Buuhan would do a little bit better, like, damage-wise, because he's got type advantage. So yeah, that was kind of not the best choice for me to put him in slot 3 like that. Once he comes around onto the next rotation, we'll probably prioritize him as a slot 1 unit from that point forward. And then STR Kid Boo is going to get stronger and stronger here. So is the Int Fat Boo. He'll be infinitely stacking, so we'll make sure to keep him on rotation. And then as the Transforming Boo, you know, continues to come back, he'll transform and get stronger as well. Wow, it doesn't even look like it's going to matter. We just stunned him as well. So now he's not going to be able to do any healing. Oh, it's done. It's over. All we're going to need is... Oh, we don't even need the additional. Oh my goodness, we destroyed that guy. Wow. Yeah, this definitely was a team that would have been strong enough to take on, like, the final fight, right? Speaking of which, here we are. So it's against, what, Cooler, right, is the one that we're dealing with? Okay. So it's an STR Cooler, so we're going to want to use a team that has, like, AGL. Let me see here. Maybe we should go for the build with the 10th Anniversary Gogeta, because he is AGL. The only problem is there's a lot of physical units on that team. I mean, at this point, it's the last fight anyway, so we can use any and all team builds that we have left, right? So this is gonna be a... I guess it's like a... What are all of these units on? Movie Heroes? Yeah, they're all on Movie Heroes. Okay, so Movie Heroes will be the build. So it's this as the lead, this as the secondary lead, him, and them. There we go. Okay. Yeah. It's a bit of a weird one. Obviously, it's kind of like a grab bag of teams because he leads 3 teams and so does he. But all of these units are on one of each of their leader skills at least, right? So this works out. Okay. We don't really have a good slot 1 unit here. That is kind of one of the struggles of this entire team build, right? Not having a good slot 1 unit, but we'll make it work. Let's see. I guess we'll grab these for him and then see how many rainbows we can get for STR Gogeta. Only 2. Not the best, but that's alright. That's alright. It'll work. And then we'll grab these orbs for them. Perfect. Okay, so hopefully there's not too many supers in the first slot. We know there's going to be at least one. This guy supers like a madman, so we were not going to evade being supered at all. But hopefully with, you know, our entrance animation, we have enough defensive power to tank against these. Let's see. We did just get a little bit more buildup after receiving that attack. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. We're almost dead already. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, it's looking likely that at the start of next turn, we might just get KO'd, right? Oof, and he's dodging us too, and healing. Oh, God. Cooler, man. What a crazy unit. Okay, we do have to keep in mind that Cooler can be stunned. He's not immune to that effect, so that might be something relevant, just to keep him from being able to, you know, damage us insanely like that in slot 1, and to keep him from healing back his HP. Stunning him might not be a terrible idea. So let me look through my team builds a little bit more here, see if there's anything. Maybe I should just try and throw the Peppy Gals team out next. The one thing we have to be careful about, though, is if we accidentally come in here, right, like, let's say this team does get KO'd, and we have to pick another team, he's at a low HP amount. If we're not careful, what might happen is we pick a team that is able to survive for a long time, but not do a lot of damage. So then he's going to be healing back HP, which means that when that team eventually gets KO'd, we might be in a worse place than when we started. So that's why I'm a little bit worried about using the Peppy Gals build. But the thing with that Peppy Gals build is we have the ability to stun and seal. We've got scouters available to see where those super attacks are going to be at. We have a lot of dodging on the team. Like, I don't know. I think that might be a good idea. Okay, just as far as, like, defensive power, let's go ahead and put this guy into standby. Obviously, this is going to hurt our attacking power because he's not going to be doing any damage throughout the rotation. And then, yeah, I'm still a little bit scared about that first slot, but there's not really much we can do about it, right? So we just kind of got to go with it. So we'll grab these orbs, and then we'll clear out these... man, I wanted to clear out the AGLs going up that left side so I could get all those STRs, but I guess this will have to do. Yeah, we'll do that, and then we can just grab some STRs with him. Or should I get these ones? Yeah, I guess we'll get these. Okay, our HP is still looking a little bit scary. There we go. We got lucky with no slot 1 super, so we should at least hopefully be safe to survive the turn. And I think we have applied, like, a couple of attack lowers on the last turn. Yeah, it looks like his attack and defense are debuffed right now, so that's going to be helpful for the amount of damage we're taking. Oh, okay, I see the team. We're going to do a Majin Buu Saga team next. If we fail with this one, we'll go for the Majin Buu Saga team. Because there's lots of good slot 1 units on that team. Yeah, that's probably going to be a good idea. Alright, but honestly, that's not looking too likely. Like I said, you know, earlier, like 30 minutes ago in the video at this point, with all of these category teams that we're building, it's much easier to take down Ultimate Clash than it previously was, right? In, like, ancient times, so... I am not really too worried about this. I think we're probably going to have a pretty easy time getting through this. But he is going to heal after we finish attacking him here, and then we're not attacking in that third slot, so we're definitely going to have a little bit more work to do here, probably a couple more turns. But we'll see. And our HP is still not looking that great right now. It's very possible that we get KO'd with like a slot 1 super or something. Especially considering, yet again, on the next turn, we don't have a slot 1 unit. There are basically no slot 1 units on this entire team, so that will hurt. Okay, obviously he's going to tank this perfectly fine. 2 in a row. My goodness. Thanks for dodging it. That saves us a little bit of time, at least. Okay, so we're probably just going to want to run the rotation like this. Oh, though, I don't know. He's at 700k. That's pretty good. Yeah, since we can't do a tag switch or anything yet, I guess we just go like this. Sure. He's going to be providing those debuffs too, so we'll get those, you know, into the turn as quickly as possible. And then there we go. We've selected all 7 of the Dragon Balls there for that finish skill effect. I don't think we're going to get that far. Ooh, nice. The dodge coming in from Gogeta. Even better. Even better. Yeah, I think we're probably just going to KO him on this turn. We've got so much attack power here, right? Yeah, there we go. And then one more from Gogeta should do it. Awesome. There we go. Easy peasy. Okay, yeah, that was a pretty painless chain battle, but again, it's because I've done hours of work ahead of time building all of these teams and creating this stuff, right? So, hopefully, eventually, there will be an in-game way to do this, and I won't have to rely on my, you know, Discord to be able to provide that for me. So there we go. That's all the missions cleared for now, other than, you know, clearing each of the levels 2 and 3 times, which we'll do on a weekly basis as we, you know, as we get access to the weekly Clash currency that we can farm up. So there we go. That is all of our rewards. A measly 1 sticker is really... how many do we have now? 9 stickers? Let's go to the special sticker shop really quick. I want to see. So let's go based on acquired. And then we'll also, on team building, shows like all the top copies of units. So yeah, I've already applied them to all of like the new Dokkan Fest that I've gotten and stuff. But yeah, obviously going by acquired doesn't show us the newest EZAs and things like that, because there are probably some other EZA characters that need them. Oh yeah, in fact, the Super Saiyan Goku... Oh, well no, because they're Dokkan Fest EZAs, yeah, so that they would have been already able to apply the sticker at the Dokkan Fest just on release, right? And the only characters that get it on EZA is like free-to-play characters, right? So yeah, I guess we're kind of chilling on stickers for now. I wish we had more. I wish we would get more from more places, but unfortunately, Ultimate Clash getting the 1 from clearing it the 1 time is one of the main places we can depend on getting it. So I guess the good news is that this Ultimate Clash goes away in 2 weeks, because we had the other mini one during the anniversary that lasted for half of the time period. So this takes up the other half of the time period, and then we're going to have another one coming pretty soon after. So there will be more rewards on the way. Alright, well that is going to go ahead and finish it up for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the links in the description below, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace!